Are you a simp who wants to draw a guy, but you don't know how? Well, I'm going to help teach you how to do that in just a few simple steps. So, I'm going to be using a reference for this drawing, so go out and find a reference and follow along with my steps. So, first, you're going to start out with a circle. No need to make it perfect. Then, in the center of the circle, draw a cross, which is going to be for the guidelines. Now, we're going to draw a triangle-looking shape and connect it to the bottom of the circle, and this is going to be the chin. By the way, male features are sharper than female features, so don't make the jawline too rounded. This is going to keep it looking realistic. Now, add the nose in the middle of the face where the middle of the guidelines are. I usually like to break it down into a circle or a triangle. And now draw the mouth right below that. If you want to check your proportions, the mouth should be around the same distance from the bottom of the nose to the chin. So I basically draw eyes in the most simple way possible. It's literally just a small line, and then I connect that to a slightly curved line after that. Next, draw a half circle inside of it, but make sure that this isn't too big because this will be the iris, which is just the colored part of the eye. Also, the eyes are just one eye apart if you're having trouble with the placement. Add a thick line above for the eyebrows. And now is the time to change the proportions of the face if needed. The distances from all the facial features should be almost equal to each other. Then, I just draw the neck and connect it to the shoulders. And now, it's time for the fun part, which is the hair. You can draw out a hairline if you don't know where to start drawing the hair. I also like to draw a line in the back of the skull to represent the hair part, and this will mark the direction that the hair is going. I also like to add a dot in the front of the head, which will mark where the bangs or the front hair will go as well. If you're having trouble understanding the direction that the hair is going, then trace the hair on your reference by breaking it down into simple shapes. Then sketch out those shapes onto the head. When you're drawing the hair, be sure to keep in mind the direction that the hair is going, just so that it all looks natural. Make sure to keep the hair looking as loose as possible, and keep in mind that there is space between the head and the hair. Once you're done with the sketch, add a layer below, and this one will be for the colors. If you draw line art, then you can add that, but I don't have the patience for line art, so I just go straight to the colors. So I first add in a base for the skin, hair, and clothes. I just used a thick brush to color in large areas quickly. For the clothing folds, I basically just copy it from the reference. Honestly, I really don't know how to shade hair, at all, so I just look at my reference to see where the dark and the light parts of the hair are, and I add that to my drawing, and then I basically just blend it out. Also, if you want, you can do this thing where you airbrush the skin color to the front of the hair. A lot of cool artists do this, so I just basically copy that. And now this is looking like a mess, so I combine the sketch layer and the color layer, and I kind of clean up the sketch and make it look good. So for the shading, you can either pick your own light source, or you can just copy the shading in the reference, and the reference is like a million times easier, so just copy it from the reference. I use a combination of soft brushes and hard brushes to create a variety in the shadows, which makes it look realistic. Now, onto everyone's actual favorite part, the details. I usually add multiple shades of colors into the eyes, which keeps it just looking dynamic and interesting. Also, don't forget to add a few extra strands of hair to your drawing. Listen, it might not sound like much, but I always forget to add this, and it just makes my drawing look not as good. So, trust me, adding these hair strands will make your drawing look more dynamic and more realistic, so don't forget it and just add them. After that, I do the best part, which is adding highlights. You can usually just copy your reference for this, but just in case you're wondering, highlights are basically just when areas of light are hitting your drawing the most. And now you have successfully created a kind of good drawing. Hopefully. Now, even after learning the basics of how to draw a guy, there are still many more things that you can do to improve your art. Watch this video next to make your art better and to get the results that you want. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you guys want to see more art tutorials that will make your art 100 times better. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.